Good afternoon. My name is Althea Hutchinson. I'm an activist, a writer, and a senior at Henderson High School. I first met Kyle Hudson at a fundraiser for Alex's Lemonade Stand 10 or maybe 12 years ago. And every year since then, as we sell lemonade on the corner of Church and Gay, he made an appearance. That's just who Kyle is. He's passionate, he's caring, he's always looking for a way to help. In fact, I've never met anyone more committed to helping our town and our community than Kyle Hudson, which is why it is my honor today to present to you our next mayor of Westchester and my friend, Mr. Kyle Hudson.
My name is Kyle Hudson, and 4 years ago, I felt called to action and became the youngest person to run for mayor in the history of Westchester. It was an amazing experience, best summed up by a gentleman who I spoke with at his door. He said, "I like you, kid. You've got a lot of energy and you have good ideas, but you have no experience. And considering who just won the White House, there's no way I'm going to vote for you." So when I lost, I made the decision to learn as much as I could. I became a student of the office, listening to the concerns of Westchester residents, attending dozens of Borough Council meetings and work sessions, and serving as the Westchester Ward 7 Democratic Committee person for 2 years. Since 2017, I've served on the Chester County Democrats Communications Committee, where I've used my digital marketing background to raise awareness about issues and work with the party to elect candidates around the county in historic 4-year series of elections, putting Democrats in charge when it was needed most. Ever since I've lived here, I have served the people and businesses of Westchester. And while it may have started as coffee and eggs or Facebook videos, these last 4 years I've realized what can be accomplished if you're willing to put in the work. After the last election, I worked with Mayor Herron to develop my signature campaign issue and helped her launch the Mayor's Opioid Task Force. I volunteered for and raised money at the Melton Center. Our Cinco de Mayo festival has grown, and during the last few months, I've worked with local homelessness organizations to raise awareness about the eviction crisis. These upcoming years are going to be difficult, and I'm ready to get to work on day one. We've all seen the news. COVID cases and deaths are higher than they've ever been and rising. I promise you that the health and safety of our community will always be my #1 priority. So my team and I have decided not to do any live events or traditional door-to-door canvassing until it is safe to do so. We all need to make sacrifices, and this will no doubt make campaigning more difficult. But these days, every job has required a little creative thinking and some extra work to be successful. As mayor, my main responsibility will be as the civilian supervisor of the police department. I have the greatest respect for our police. 4 years ago, I got to participate in a ride-along that really gave me a newfound appreciation for what they do. However, the message from our community last year was clear. We need to take a hard look at policing in this country, and that starts here at home. I'm committed to police reform that is based on data and facts, and I am looking to models in other states for ideas on how to get our police force to reflect the diversity and values of our community. As a small business owner, I know many of my neighbors are struggling. Our town is filled with small businesses, and not just on Gay Street or Market Street, and COVID has hit all of us hard. So I understand that while we need to focus on our businesses downtown and how important a thriving economy is for our borough's overall success, we can't forget everyone running small businesses from their homes. So starting next week, I'm going to have weekly town hall meetings to address the small business needs as we continue through the pandemic. I'm going to set up a free Westchester business directory in February that will allow any business in the borough to sign up and folks to look for local businesses to keep money in our community. Our environment is a precious and fragile thing. Thankfully, here in Westchester, we've long taken our responsibility seriously. I plan on continuing the great work of my predecessors and will promise to uphold the commitment of getting to 100% renewable energy by 2035 and 100% renewable energy for heat and transportation by 2050. This kind of long-term planning is essential if we want to tackle climate change and build a brighter future for our children. I'm a proud progressive Democrat, and to me, being progressive means being inclusive and being tolerant. I don't believe respect is something that needs to be earned. I believe everyone deserves respect, and it's theirs to lose. So we need to set aside our differences and focus on the task at hand. Because if we're going to get through this, we're going to have to do it together, like it or not. So I want to hear from you. If you know me, I love talking about Westchester, our accomplishments, and how we can do better. So give me a call or send me an email or Facebook message and tell me how you think I can best serve the community. You can also find more about my campaign and upcoming virtual events at kylehudson.com. The stakes are high and the job will be tough, but I'm ready. We're in the middle of a storm and the only way out is through. So let's start rowing in the same direction. I'm Kyle Hudson and I'm running for mayor of Westchester. So now let's get to work because we don't have any time to waste.